9 laps will make up the sprint race here in Silverstone. It is raining a little bit, but it shouldn't be too much to affect racing here. But the lights are on for the sprint race in Silverstone. It's 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go for the British Grand Prix sprint race. And down to turn 1, Kieran holding Lonan at bay. Lonan's gonna fight, but not enough, and Brad's gone around in the background. Williams spins round and is down in 10th. Not the greatest start, but remember, only the top 8 get points here in the sprint race. LD up into the 6th position in the Red Bull. Shadow will play defense and get the spot as Soul trying to make a move on Brad, Matrix, possibly, and it's a save by Soul. And Williams, now Matrix could try and have a shot here at the Red Bull. But never mind, LD's got a run here at the Haas of Shadow into Cop's corner. LD's gonna go for the move here. Backs out last moment, the Haas goes off. Now Matrix is gonna see a battle here. Side by side into Maggots and Beckett's. The LD cuts the corner a little bit, but stays on. He's not on track limits. Matrix's car just literally just almost flew in the air on my screen. As Drum, he's going to make a move on Lonan for a second, but Lonan's going to try and come back at him into Stowe. Can't do so. And the top 4 actually trying to run away here. Top 5 possibly as well. Shadow and Brad going at it. Onto the brakes. Brad going late on the brakes here. Matrix and Soul. What a battle this is. Possible contact there. Shadow's got the run and Matrix taps, and off the track goes Matrix in the Alpine. And now the battle is on at the front. Can Drum try and make up a spot on the track where he can try and overtake the McLaren here in first place? You can see Lonan in the background starting to fall off a little bit of the stake there of Drum, but we continue to look at the battle towards the back here for the 8th position here. Shadow, Soul, and Matrix gonna start battling it out. And according to the Matrix now, going at Soul now for the 9th position, and Matrix will make up the overtake for 9th place, but Soul's gonna fight it here, but Matrix is in the 9th position here in the Alpine. And according to the FIA have made an announcement that at the end of this race, Asher will have to speak with FIA for going unnecessarily slow and ignoring race director's instructions. As Soul also got a 3-second time penalty there, but back to the front, it's Kieran out in front over Drum and Lonan. Jacko and ITG starting to get into a little battle here for 4th. ITG trying to force Jacko to go a little wide, which he does, and this battle for 4th is heating up now. Onto the brakes, maybe a little contact there, I'm not sure. But can the Racing Bull of ITG try and make a move here? No DRS due to it raining. And here comes ITG going for the move on Jacko. Jacko plays great defense and holds him at bay. As Matrix will set his sights on Shadow and Brad up the road for the 7th and 8th position. And Shadow down to 9th now in the Haas. Kieran's still running away with this thing, and the gap is extending here. Jump with a snap there. More yellow flags, and I think that's the other AlphaTauri there. Asher's gone off. It stopped raining, but it's still soft tires. Don't think it was really time yet there. Back to the front, Kieran is absolutely running away with this thing. Brad with another 3-second time penalty. And coming to 3 laps of racing to go. Drum throws it into the pit lane in the stake. Drum has a 5-second penalty for speeding, though. And that is not how you want to do there. And he is the only one gambling here, I think, for a set of softs. I mean, Asher went on softs, but I don't know if it's dry enough just yet. He's going on softs here. He wants to try and make possibly an undercut here as the track is starting to dry up here with 3 laps of racing to go. And we have 2 laps to go here in Silverstone for Kieran. DRS is enabled, so that is going to be, that's going to trigger possibly that it's dry. And Matrix is going for a spot on this podium. He wants a podium place. Soul's left again. And holy moly, on my screen, Matrix is plowed into the back of the Haas. Possible contact. Matrix is going to go now around the outside here of Jacko into turn 1. Jacko's 3-second time penalty. And Matrix is onto the podium, but Jacko's going to fight him here. And a little contact made between the two. And Matrix. And now ITG is going to go through and up into the 4th position, but Jacko's going to try and do the switch back here. Try and make a run for 4th. I don't think he's going to have... He has DRS. They will all have DRS on Matrix, and LD could get into this battle too soon enough. ITG and Jacko continuing to battle. They're going to go side by side into Maggots and Beckett's for the 4th position. Jacko backs out, which is going to allow ITG to hold the spot for now, but that's going to allow Matrix to run away a little bit here. And now, just 1 lap of racing to go. Drum with a 3-second time penalty. But now, 1 to go here in Silverstone, here in the sprint race for VRL Kieran. Jacko now overtaking ITG. We're going to look from LD's point of view. The switchback on ITG is done by Jacko. And on the final lap now of this sprint race, Kieran just has to make this thing 1 more time around. Lonan as well. 1 more time around to get P2 and get Ferrari their first points of the season. Matrix there in 3rd. Asher has retired. Drum sets the fastest lap as ITG trying to put pressure on Jacko. But now, heading down the old pit straight for the final time here in the sprint, and it's Kieran absolutely dominating by 5 seconds over Lonan here. Brad with another penalty here late on in the day, and now into Maggots and Beckett's for the final time. He is so dominant so far in TRS. He's dominated the first 3 rounds. Trying to go 3 for 3 this weekend. Kieran rounding Stowe for the final time, coming into the Vale chicane. And now off of the final corner. Kieran's going to do it. He wins the sprint in Silverstone and keeps dominating here in the sprint in TRS. Lonan gets the first points for Ferrari this season, gets P2. Matrix is going to get a podium place here in Silverstone in the Alpine. And it's a 3rd place finish for him. Jacko's going to hold off ITG for the 4th position. LD's going to get both of them, though, because he didn't have a penalty. So LD finishes 4th. Brad and Drum, though, across the line. Brad gets 7th, Drum 8th across the line. But there's the points for the sprint handed out. Kieran absolutely on the top once again here in... Wow, Matrix, you actually finished the race. I'm actually so shocked. But good job, Matrix. P3 as well for him after starting 12th. So I would say Matrix is the sprint driver of the day. Very nice job for him. Here we go. The lights are on for the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go. And everybody's on hards except Jacko. We have a virtual safety car off the line. And I think it's for the Racing Bull, who has not gone. And we have Carnage in the back end. And Matrix is involved. As the virtual safety car should be coming to an end soon. I don't think anybody got any damage from that. But we're back underway here in Silverstone. And Drum has already overtaken Eli. Matrix up into the 8th position. as he overtakes LD, and Jacko's falling back a little bit here. And back to the front though, Kieran going around the outside into Stowe. This is the battle for the lead. Kieran Silverstone. Side by side into the chicane. And Kieran's out in front. Lonan though, can he get the good exit? He does. And everybody's on the hards. Remember that. Kieran leads the opening lap. And Brad's going to try and go and move. A late block by Lonan twice on him. Into turn 1. Drum now overtaking Shadow. And contact, I think, made there. And Shadow's gone into the back of Drum. Ew, and Shadow's gone round. You have 2 penalty points for Asher for parked in a dangerous location from the FIA. And those top 3 getting at Matrix has now left the session in the Alpine. Everybody's leaving. But battle for 5th between ITG and Jacko. And Jacko has the spot for now on those soft tires. And LD's going to try and give all to this. But can Brad try and make a run at Lonan here? As DRS is able at the end to hang the hanger straight now into Stowe. Who's going to get the better exit here? ITG now overtaking Jacko once again. The battle for 5th here. And ITG got it. Contact though between the 2. Jacko's off into the grass. Oh, and Lonan's... Oh, not Lonan. LD's gone into the back of Jacko. And into the pits goes Jacko. And I don't think that was in the books. And can Lonan get the traction down? DRS open for the Ferrari, using some of the battery here. He is gaining on the McLaren in first place. Lonan is going to stick his nose out of line, but he's not close enough to go for the move. Kieran puts the car in a good spot, and Kieran still holds him at bay as Brad overtakes Drum as well in the process. And now Brad with DRS open. Can Brad try and make a move for 3rd on Drum here into these next few corners? He's going to look for a move. The door shuts a little bit, but it's still Drum out in front of the Williams up here. But I don't think Brad's going to be able to do it. Oh, he has better traction than Brad. Uh-oh, into Cop's corner. We've seen this before. Drum doesn't want to take the risk into Cop's. Drum oversteers a little bit there, which could allow Brad to make a move into back into Beckett. So he is going to go do it. Drum lets him through. Probably because he wants the DRS for the hanger straight. And you can see the gap between Matrix and LD coming down slowly but surely. Is Matrix going to be close enough, though, to get DRS? He's in the DRS range, and it will be DRS for the Alpine now. As Drum overtaking Brad for the 3rd position. Possible contact there between Drum and Brad, but I think Drum gets the spot. Matrix getting a little bit closer to the Red Bull. And now, Brad's going to have a shot here to go after Drum. We're going to watch from ITG here. Is POV of this side-by-side action. And I think both go off. Drum and Shadow with penalties at the same time. And Matrix will overtake LD. And Matrix goes off. And hello there, Matrix. And LD will hold the 6th position. Oh, and we have contact. ITG, Drum have come together. Brad as well. The 3 of them were battling for 3rd, and they all collide. And I don't know if that's going to result in damage. DRS open now for Drum for the 3rd position. The battle for 3rd. Drum's going to go around the outside and re-overtake the Racing Bull. Doesn't look like it. Battle for 4th, and Brad and ITG going at it. Contact there between the 2. And side-by-side off of the final corner. And ITG is not going to give up. Brad's not going to give up. Who's going to get it? Who's going to let off into Abby? That's going to be ITG who lets off. And oh, we have an Alpine out of the session. It's Matrix. I don't know what has happened there. And Drum with a 5-second time penalty for speeding once again. And Brad spun it. And now you can see this battle for 3rd starting to heat up. And now ITG with a run at Lonan. Oh, not Lonan. Drum contact there. As I think Drum threw a little late block there. Drum holds the spot. Oh, and Drum's gone off a little bit there. And him and ITG now side by side here. Now ITG gonna go for the move into Cops. No, he's not. He's gonna back out of it just before Cops corner. Drum's gonna go for the move off the final corner, but he's not gonna go for it into turn 1. And yellow flags, and I think that's Jacko who spun. It is Jacko who spun there. And ITG now gonna go for the move, backs out of it. Last moment, and contact made. ITG gonna go around the outside here. The three of them going at it. We can see now, does Drum have what it takes on the exit of the final of Village? DRS now open. ITG gonna try and go for a move, blocked by Drum. Side by side here. Who's gonna get the spot? I think Drum's got it. Shadow runs off, and that's gonna allow ITG and Drum to go through. Battle at the front, Lonan and Kieran. Lonan's gone round in the Ferrari. And same with Kieran, they both went off. And they both will pick. You see just how much better ITG is through Maggots up against the Drum, right up to the gearbox. And now, he's gonna open the DRS and go for the move for third place. He's gonna squeeze him. And ITG onto the podium places for the first time this season. But Drum's gonna send it. 6th place, but Jacko's gonna fight here. Jacko's been on those hearts for a while, and both go around. They both spin it on the exit of the Vale Chicane. Which one is more severe is gonna be the question, though. And it's Drum's. Drum has an 8-second time penalty. Remember that. He's now going to go to the outside and re-overtake ITG. ITG with DRS now. He's going to try make a move here round the outside of Drum. At the end of the Wellington straight now, Drum loses the rear end, allowing ITG to try and go the long way around. Can't do so. Now going to be a cutback here by ITG. Can he try and make a run down to Cops? And Drum's going to go down the inside of ITG into the braking zone and re-overtake that Racing Bull. But ITG's going to make contact, and I think Drum might have hit him as well. Is now in the exit. Can ITG get a better exit, though, than Drum? He's definitely going to try and go for a move into Cops. Shadow's in the pits. ITG's going to try and go down the inside, but he can't do so. He definitely made a look there to try and go down the inside, but he didn't. He's going to let Drum... Or no, Drum let ITG through to get DRS once again, but I think ITG's got a little too much of a gap here for Drum to make an overtake. Here comes Drum once again. Right down the inside he goes, and he's overtaken for third. Very big overtake there for Drum. It doesn't really matter too much as Soul has left the session again. And into the Vale Chicane, Kieran has still been dominant. He's going to win 3 in a row. He sweeps the weekend, tops quali, and wins the race in Silverstone. Lonan crashes at the line, finishing in 2nd. Drum is going to try and hold ITG off at 3rd. Onto the brakes, Drum into the Vale Chicane off the final corner. It's not going to be 3rd. It's going to be 4th for Drum. ITG's on the podium in the Racing Bull. Really good race there for ITG. Getting a podium for V-Carb. And now LD rounding the final corner. He's going to end the day off with a 5th place finish here in that Red Bull. But it's going to be a 6th place finish for him at the end of the day. Brad's going to come home with a 5th place finish, though, in that Williams. If he holds on. But 5th place for him across the line. Jacko in the Haas, rounding the final few bends around this track, and will finish in the 7th position.